make the grab and get the ball.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Great place to start for this offense. On the run, it's Martin. And they'll start the night with a rush and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Makes him talk to the hand. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cougars.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to take a shot. Makes the grab on the big throw. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Reed. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. Extra point here will tie the game.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, BYU.
This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Steps away. He'll pull it down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Turner.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Sweet spin.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Quarterback adapting. Now he's looking into the middle. Makes a grab right down the middle. Touchdown, BYU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's McClure. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Preston. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wideout. Wants to keep it in the air. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Powers through the defender. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Defense in press coverage. They'll run the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And back to the air on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Roberts. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This BYU offense set up with another first down. They'll move the tight end. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Cougar! Once he got some room. Over.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Turner. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Catch in the middle. It's Bohannon. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Finds his man. It's McClure. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
Got him downfield. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. Tulane right back to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal.
runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Just keep slinging it. Looking for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the right. Makes the grab, it's Martin. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
It's not always easy, and it's not always easy to call a basic play on 4th down, but it is when you convert it. You've called this play so many times, had so much success. This was a day 1 install in fall camp. Nice, successful run on 4th down.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Looking for space. It's Martin. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Complete to start this drive. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Tulane right back to the line. To the air on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to fire to the left. He's got it along the sideline. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grabbed over the middle. It's McClure. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to pass. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Green Wave! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Tight game as we start of the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The Green Wave lining up, facing third and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Quick completion on the out route. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. Tulane right back to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. That's caught. It's Hayes. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Green Wave. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Time to take a shot. He's got it down the right side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Caught over the middle. It's Martin. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Martin. And he's brought down after a nice game. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Martin. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Ryan. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Now improvising. Grab near the marker. It's Martin. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back to back to back, almost throws a pick.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the right. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, this is a disappointing drive. The offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. 6-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's McClure. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Now adjusting. Throwing right. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, BYU. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air on first down. Quarterback moving. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Tulane right back to the line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going to swing it on second down. Rushes on him. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
They get to him as he throws. He's got an open man. Open field on the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tulane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
this receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Kicker has every everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. Might be looking to run. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Your quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking downfield on first down. Still looking on the move. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up third and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Preston. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Come on, receiver. You can make that play. You do it all the time in practice. Don't come out here on game day and start getting big eyes under the big lights. You got to make that catch.
Moving out of the pocket. Fires to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Tight end now in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They were on the move the last time they had it. Unfortunately, an interception ruined that threat. Now to see if they can put something together and have it pay off in points.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Got it in the middle. It's Turner. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
That's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Forced out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown, Green Wave. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left, eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young, athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he could advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. They'll give it to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll try it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Scrambling away. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Buying some time. Working that left side. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Toss to the outside. Finds a little space. Picks up the first down, still moving. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.